There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Kids come to us, there's no fraud going on whatsoever. No, we're business owners. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well.
It's honestly just disgusting how he tries to mention that raising kids is extremely difficult when we all know that they haven't been doing any of that. Anyway, guys, today I found some of the craziest clips of the fraud incident in Minnesota, and you won't want to miss a single one.
U161 childcare in Columbus, Ohio. And as you can see, it does not look like a childcare center at all. It is locked, says it's open. There's a little desk right there, but the ceiling's all falling out and stuff like that. And if you come around back, you can see that this place is just a total dump. Literal just debris everywhere. Just a question, how do you enroll? How do you enroll your children here? You can't do that? No kids? So how can I enroll my children? It says you get public money through. You get public money through Ohio. You get money through the state of Ohio. This is a money that gets.
I find it so crazy that the lady at the end had no shame and just straight up said that you cannot enroll your kids here. It's just such a blatant fraud. And it's clear that these people are not taking care of any children.
We're all the way to Minnesota just to pocket watch. And then on top of that, put out misinformation. But that's what I'll be saying, like, bro, like, y'all say, like, this is getting out of hand, bro. We will not accept this. We will not tolerate this in the state of Somalia. I'm sick of these people, bro. I'm sick and tired of them, bro. They stay hating on us, bro. For what, bro? Like, leave us alone.
Demanding to see children that are not yours at a daycare so you can record them is a level of pedophilia that has yet to be talked about.
So, in my opinion, I think it's pretty obvious that they aren't trying to see the children for those reasons, but they're trying to see them to actually prove whether or not they're really at a daycare. Because as far as I and many other Americans have seen, there are no children here getting taken care.
Guess what, guys? Apparently, you can lear from your mistakes. In daycare center that Nick Shirley exposed in Minnesota, that's right, they changed their sign. It is no longer the leering center, okay? It's the learning center. But Tim Walz, I just got a couple words for you, okay? You can't patch up fraud. We see you. Now you better rush in your house, okay? Because I know there are people who are traveling to Minnesota so that they can scream the R word on your front lawn. But remember, that daycare's phone number goes right to Tim Walz, so you don't even have to travel to Minnesota to let him know how you feel. You can just pick up the phone. Here it is. There's that daycare, the Sweet Angel Daycare Service. Doesn't that sound just splendid, all right? Now, they are trying to say that it was a Google clerical error, all right? I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Becky Flanagan. Our office is located at 130 State Capitol at 75 Reverend.
Oh my God!
If only Tom Petty would have got the memo. Leering to fly.
It's been boggling that you start a learning center where you misspell learning. And for years that goes unnoticed by the government who is giving you millions of dollars.
Saying Somali, they have to leave America. What if you guys leave and then we stay? You guys don't want us, right? So you guys leave and then we stay. Yeah? Ininkas ka baxda. Anaga joogeen aan fahant magaalkani waan qasayna. Those people who are saying Somali, they have to leave America. What if you guys leave and then we stay? You guys don't want us, right? So you guys leave and then we stay. Yeah? Ininkas ka baxda. Anaga joogeen aan fahant magaalkani waan qasayna.
All right. So I don't think people are necessarily saying that all of a certain group should leave America. I do think that they just want people to be prosecuted for the criminal actions and fraud that they have done and for all the money that they have stolen from the government.
Minnesota over potential fraud is ramping up on multiple fronts now. Not only do you have DHS and FBI agents on the ground, but the Small Business Administration is now halting all federal funding to the state after identifying $430 million in PPP loans in Minnesota that are suspected of fraud. As we've been reporting, these concerns over fraud, particularly in the child care space in Minneapolis, go back more than a decade, including these surveillance videos that were part of a case prosecuted by Hennepin County back in 2015. The video shows parents checking their kids into a daycare and then walking back out with them minutes later. Our Minneapolis Fox station reported that sometimes the kids wouldn't even show up, and that either way, the businesses would bill the state for a full day of services, claiming that it's already investigated many of the businesses in Nick Shirley's viral video.
So there have been ongoing investigations with several of those centers. None of those investigations uncovered findings of fraud. One of the centers, Quality Learning Center, closed just over a week ago.
With those claims is that the manager of the Quality Learning Center says they never closed, and they are even open now, and that the state agency was putting out false information. All of this is raising more questions about the credibility of the state agencies who are supposed to be overseeing these programs that are now being investigated.
The fundamental problem here is that we have a governor and an administration that has totally broken its trust with the people of Minnesota. So it's very difficult for any Minnesotan, and it's very difficult for us to take at face value anything that the Walz administration says on this topic.
As all of these investigations continue, Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Justice Department has now charged 98 individuals in Minnesota with fraud, and she says more prosecutions are on the way.
So I think the clearest thing that we have learned from this whole situation is that the people supposed to be overseeing and making sure no fraud is going on are not really even there. Because, as the reporter said, this has been going on for the better part of a decade. And with all the PPP loan fraud that happened with businesses back in 2020, you would think that the government would actually find a way to audit and check the people receiving this money.
So mad. The Somalians are so mad. Because can you imagine? For years, you're at the dinner table talking with your family about how everything's good. Oh, we don't need to worry because the government and whatnot. They're collecting millions of dollars for these companies. Tax exempt, by the way, especially the daycares. So can you imagine how mad they are now? Like, that's why they're right now, there's, like, people are so upset. Like, there's, like, bounties on me here in Minnesota because people are so upset as far as the fraud that's being exposed, because they know their time's up and they know everyone's just sick and tired of this happening inside their own state and across America.
What have some of those threats been?
Yeah, there was apparently like a bolo that they used. That's the word that some people told me was on me, and I can't reveal too much just because I don't want to reveal. But lots of messages, death threats, obviously on social media, and then it's just not the most safe thing for me to be moving around freely right now.
I think that's fair.
So, I shouldn't have to say it, but this man does not deserve any of what he's been receiving, even if you might not agree with him politically. It's really not about that. It's just the fact that, he exposed a huge fraud ring, and now he's just trying to find answers as to why this has been happening for the better part of a decade.
65 daycare centers in Minnesota. And we are now having all of our funding taken away because of some misinformation posted on X by a random guy calling himself a journalist saying that this is fraud, that $19 billion is too much to run thousands of daycare centers for people in Minnesota. And yes, the Somali community has a lot of kids, so they need a lot of daycare centers. Do you know how much crayons cost, Elon? Do you know how much tables, chairs, security, heating, food, educational books and documents cost? They cost a lot of money. I'm spending $50 million a month on my daycare centers. And yes, they are empty because we are waiting for the children to come. And yes, some of them are in sheds and shacks because we don't have enough money to fund all of the daycare centers. We need more cash, not less. And Tim Walz has done everything he can to make sure we get that cash. And now you want to take it away? Because of some misinformation you made up? Because you don't like the fact that those of us in Minnesota and the Somali community need more daycare centers because the kids need somewhere to learn, somewhere to grow, somewhere to be while the parents are at work? It's not okay. You can't just shut us down. I take a salary because I need to get to work. I need 2 cars, one for work and one to get things to work, because I'm the one running 65 daycare centers on my own. What am I supposed to do? I need clothes. I need a roof over my head. I need a spare apartment near the daycare center so I can go home and, brush up on what I need to teach. These are necessities, expensive necessities, so people can have daycare. And now it's gone.
So,
I hope you're happy.
I'm sure crayons, tables, and chairs, and all these amenities for these daycare centers cost so much to the point where you need to be taking millions of dollars in salaries out of the government's pockets. Or I guess I should say out of the taxpayers' pockets, unfortunately. But all jokes aside, right? If your daycares are running for a day, then why are you billing the government?
Fraud claim. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Kids come to us, clients come to us, their parents come to us, they're here daily, they leave on time, they come on time. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Where those claims came from, I mean, if a group of people does fraud, you don't paint the brush with everyone in that group. No, we're business owners. Being a business owner is extremely tough. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well.
What would you say to Nick Shirley, the YouTuber, if he was standing in front of you
I have
right
nothing
now?
against him himself, but I do have something against the rhetoric. It's, if you're going to be a journalist, just have a moral compass. Like, do what you do correctly. If you catch business that are fraud, no one here is with that, or we don't support that as a community. I don't support that myself. I was born and raised here. I'm not for fraud. Like, the notion that, hey, a certain batch of somebody got caught, so all of them support it, it's like, no one, if in any community, any mishaps that happen, the rest of the community obviously doesn't want that to happen. It's a stain on all of our names, as you guys can see. We don't want that to happen. We don't take part in that. We don't like that. We don't want that in our communities. But just to say, hey, a certain company got caught, so they must all do it, and I feel like that's what he's doing, I'm not a fan of it.
What if 10 p.m. may not be your typical daycare hours?
Yep.
So can you explain why it is that
The
you operate during
reason
these hours?
for that is we're after school hours. So most of our clients, not most of our clients, all of our clients is after school hours. So school's earliest dismissal would be 2:15 to 2:30ish, and the latest dismissal would be up to like 4:30ish, 4:40ish. So that's when our kids come to us. We don't have anyone in the morning. We deal with only parents and clients that come to us after school. So that's why ours are 2 to 10 p.m. If we try to do, once again, I'd like to conclude, the YouTuber that was making the claims, you were here earlier today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like, you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not gonna make that claim. I don't wanna make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing from his front. Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it. He told me, hey, just get off our property. You can record. No, he's not here.
The funniest and most ironic part of this whole video is the fact that behind him is the Quality Leering Center. I just honestly cannot get over that typo. I don't know how that could have even happened. If this guy runs such a legitimate daycare and learning center, then how would you have made that mistake in the first place?
Beef one Somali. You beef every Somali. If there's one thing about Somalis, they are going to ride out for their Somali brothers and sisters. They are going to crash out. They don't do one-on-ones. They're gonna jump you. Abdi's gonna go tell Rekta, who's gonna go tell her brother Mo, who's gonna go tell Naima, and she's gonna tell her Upti. You are well and truly pissed if you get into beef with a Somali, because word will get out that you're beefing the Malis, and then it's up from there. Even if you think that Somali is miskeen, they just watch anime and play PlayStation. They have someone in their network that is a trapper, that is on job. The Somali network is bigger than Google. It's even faster than Google. Next time you get into beef with a Somali, if you ever do, just let it slide. Because I promise you, you are going to have like 50,000 man on your case if you beef.
So obviously a community can get together and support each other. But when there's a massive fraud ring within the community, then at that point you really cannot back that up at all. And obviously I shouldn't have to say it, but this is just a small subset of Somalian people, and it doesn't represent the whole community.
Oh, don't pee, man.
Move back, 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 move back. Out the way, Bills, out the way. Out the way. You're gonna get knocked down.
All right. So that video was absolutely insane, but I don't know what you expected to happen when you committed fraud and stole millions of dollars from innocent taxpayers.
Americans who's concerned with the Somali business is the ones who have no life. They have a lot of time in their hand. They broke. They don't have no money, no ambition, nothing. They don't have hobbies. They depressed, they lonely. You know, there's always those type of people who care about situations like this. You know? People who have something going on for their life, right? They're busy in their career, their family, they're taking vacation, they're enjoying their life. You know, they're not concerned with the Somalians in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Only people you will see who's worrying about this it's not even racist. They just broke. They just don't have anything going on. They're broken spiritually, physically, and financially. That's what it is. They don't have any.
So I'm being as honest as possible when I say this, but I don't really think most of these people are broke. I think the reason why people are mad is because you're taking money out of their pockets. Obviously, the average taxpayer helps support the money that the government gives out in this situation. But guys, you won't want to miss the craziest last clip.
Don't come to this area.
What's your response to the allegations? Is there fraud going on here? No, it's a video. I just want to know. What's your response?
Problem.
Huh?
Get the out of here.
What's your response to the allegations? Is there fraud going on here? And is there children? That's all.
Don't harass people here.
I have absolutely no reason why this guy is even recording. He's really not accomplishing anything. And the way he's talking to the reporter does not sound like a very nice way to talk as an employee of a learning center. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe and comment which moment was the worst. And I'll see you in the next one.